This item comes from the yellow fever epidemic in Philadelphia in 1793. Philadelphia was the capital of the United States then, and it has to do with do not stop in Carlisle. People were leaving Philadelphia. On 9 October, a report came about Milford, Delaware, where a wagon with dry goods from Philadelphia was seized by a group of inhabitants and burned, wagon and all, for fear of it being infected with the contagion. Then, according to the report, the enraged crowd that seized the wagon manifest every token of desperate fury and terror, and in the height of their temporary madness they seized a woman that was in the wagon, stripped, tarred and feathered, and otherwise ill-treated her, to the lasting disgrace of the people of that town and neighborhood, who could so far throw aside the native dignity of man as to permit such a shameful outrage. People were pretty scared about infectious diseases back then because they really would take a toll since there was no cure. And it brings to mind our recent experience with COVID-19. The main ways to defend against pandemics, epidemics, is first is to move away quickly from wherever it is happening. Second, complete isolation. And three, a totally strict quarantine period for the time that the disease takes to manifest itself. Masks they have to be helpful to some degree. If both persons are wearing masks and the person who is infected coughs, then whatever comes out of their mouth is going to stay inside their mask to a degree. And in the distance from the other person wearing a mask, there's got to be some effectiveness there, just by the fact of statistics and percentages. But masks are way down the list from moving away, isolation, and quarantine. And then you throw in the forced vaccination. It is a dangerous situation because I, for one, don't trust what they did with the vaccines during this COVID-19. And people should be allowed to completely isolate themselves or to move away. They can prove that they're not infected. But this situation is something we'll probably be seeing more of in the future as the world becomes more populated and the diseases are still out there. And this instance from 1793 shows that, for God's sakes, we need to think, people, because the mob is still here. The mob was there in 1793, and the mob is a scary thing.